Thanks, Sandra.
Bye, Sandra.
See you in a couple of days.
Oh, thanks again for joining us, folks. Sandra's on her way home, and it's getting later in the day, so we got to start getting ready for nighttime. It's already in the afternoon, and the days are really short. As you probably noticed in the title, we are going to be showcasing something new on this channel. A little while back, I did a video for a Winnerwell product, which was the Woodlander Double View Stove. It's more of a small camping stove. They reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in trying out their smoker, which I am really looking forward to. What surprised me, however, is because it's a good size smoker, the little stove would not have been adequate for it. So they also generously provided me with this stove. This is awesome. This is the Nomad View Large. Beautiful little stove. I checked it out at home, so we're going to take it out. We're going to give it a bit of a pre-burn, and we're going to try to use it in the Atuk tent. We brought the big old tent this time because we might be having some company somewhere along this trip. So big old tent, big old stove. We're going to start the pre-burn. Again, it comes with these side rails. So handy, so handy.
Well, that'll work well with the griddle.
Yeah, oh totally. So, it also came with these really heavy duty spikes. These are for the smoker that we're going to be showcasing probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll take the tag off in a minute.
Thank you. And everything fits inside. Got your little rake for the coals. And these really nice sturdy stainless pipes. Same as they're larger size than we have on the Woodlander Double View, but it's the same quality. You can tell this is really nice. Pretty tall chimney, Simon.
That should do it.
Yeah. So we got the pre-burn on the way. Simon prepared a whole bunch of kindling, did a great job, so that started out really nice. So like I said on a previous video, on a new stove you want to do your pre-burn. So you light it out outside your tent where you have really good ventilation because it's going to burn off a few chemicals. So I'm going to step away while that does its thing, and we're going to set up the tent now. You can probably go around the whole thing. Okay, so the stove has gone through its pre-burn. You guys can probably tell the chimney here has changed color quite a bit, and so has the stove. It's probably not as obvious, but to us it is. We can see right live here. So it turns a bit of a bronzish color. That's perfectly normal. So it's just great. We're pretty much where we need to be. We've got our tent set up, so we're going to be moving this inside, and this is already turning out to be a fun vacation. Okay, so we got to line her up.
Something's happening.
Yeah. Okay, so fire's going. Sorry, you can't see it yet, but we'll show you inside later on. We've been working like crazy, Simon. It's time to take a break. Well, folks, we've had a pretty pleasant evening. The wood stove here, this little Winnerwell stove, is working out awesome. I mean, really impressed with their build quality. This is great. And it doesn't seem to be smoking very much even from the top plate. I got drafts closed fairly well and we're doing pretty good, so this is great. It's going to work out great for us for the overnight. But the main reason we brought this is for the smoker.
We're going to give that a whirl tomorrow.
Yeah. So, not a lot of filming today, but there's a lot more coming. Like, we're here for at least 3 nights, maybe more. We'll see how things play out. This is a different trip. We've been building on that shelter since the end of September. And this trip is our 3rd year where we're doing winter camping trips at New Year's around that time. So, it's our opportunity to just kind of enjoy the work that we've done and just have a great old time.
Sit back and relax.
Yeah.
And if we can figure out how to work the smoker,
yeah.
maybe have something to eat.
We'll see how it works out. I don't know how well they work out in winter, but we're going to do our best, and I'm sure it's going to turn out great.
There's a nice bit of ambiance in here now.
There is, with that little fire, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a really cold night, maybe around -3, -4. The reason why I'm already in pajamas, I came in wearing snow pants, and that little stove, that Winnerwell stove, is pumping a bunch of heat. So we're really warm in there, but we want to make sure that we have firewood for the night. I'm also going to chop up some kindling in case I sleep through the night and somehow the fire burns out, which can happen. So at least if we have some kindling in the morning, don't have to fight it, just start a new fire.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hey.
Okay, hang on till it gets in here. Easier said than done. we'll put the new Winnerwell smoker together, mate.
Let's give her a try.
All packed up.
Yeah, we should get us some kneeling pads.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't use. Well, we should be alright. Shouldn't take too long. I don't think we want to use these though. That's handy. Have all strapped together like that. This is the top plate, and this has got to be the bottom plate.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Latch at the front.
That would go on next.
Smoker should sit right on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's got to go in the back. The back slides in on those two tongues. Here we go. Got to go back a little further. We're not in there. Oh, my side's not in, honey. Sorry. There we go. Now yours is.
So there, at the bottom base, there's a couple of tabs. You can see them there. So that kind of locks it in place at the back, which is really neat.
Yeah, we close up the front tab. The top and bottom have a tab as well to lock it in.
That is a nice design. Okay.
That'll just help stiffen it up on the inside.
Okay, so it's there.
And tabs in the back.
I wonder where these tabs go.
I think you're going to find that just holds the edge of the stove tight.
Well, that went up really nicely. Really easy.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So, now we just need to build up a little fire, and we're going to try to do a little bit of a pre-burn on this as well. So we're going to start a fire, and later on, because we're still full from breakfast, later on we'll start cooking up lunch. What a lunch is going to be. What do you think?
Nope, it's perfect. Let's see how long it takes to warm it up when we get a bit of a
Oh, and this is
burn into it.
Okay.
Yeah, so extra draft. So if you were just doing a cold smoke, you know, with the tray in the bottom with some chips, you could use this to regulate some of the air coming to it.
And there's another draft at the top.
It's got a draft on the top.
Well, we're just waiting for the heat to build up. It is winter, so it's going to take longer than normal circumstances, but
a bit of a blustery day.
Yeah. Initial thoughts, really early thoughts on the smoker. It went up really easy. Really easy.
Super straightforward.
Yeah. First time ever doing it, and it took us 10 minutes tops.
Yep.
I mean, once you're used to it, probably get it up in like 3 minutes. It's wild. It's really well designed how everything kind of clips in together, and it kind of helps solidify it as you build it up. So it's a really neat design. Really looking forward to it. We have a fire going right now, and the temperatures are starting to build slowly, but I think this is going to work out pretty good.
Yeah, we'll cook a piece of salmon in it and see what happens.
That's the first one. We're going to be smoking some salmon out here at the bushcraft shelter. Nice little winter vacation, Simon. Yeah. Suffering.
I'll take it.
Okay, so we did say we weren't going to be doing a lot of work on this trip, but it's what we do, I guess. The poles that we have supporting the Atuk tent, they're fine, but they rot out really fast. So we went out while the ground is still soft enough where we could punch something in. The ground's not totally frozen. We went out, we found these bundles of birch trees, and there were several of them growing together. So we just picked one off of each bundle so it doesn't affect the growth of the rest of the trees. And this is hardwood. It's going to last a lot longer than that softwood. So I'm going to punch those in.
Well, here's our new stake, and we're going to be able to move everything around a bit. Hopefully it tightens up the wall tent. And I forgot to chamfer the top of our post. Apparently this helps to stop it from splitting when you're hitting it with the maul, but gives you less of a chance to peel off the edge of it. There's a new spot. Take that one's in.
More? Already smoking. More?
That'll do it.
Okay. There you go.
Alright, have at her.
Okay. And got this nice salmon here. So Simon's brought along. Sweet. So put it on the first grill.
There's a little bit of maple syrup on it.
Oh yes.
Most important step.
Canada, eh? Alright. How much?
Oh, just enough to get it over.
More?
Yep, that should be enough.
Yeah.
We'll just let it slide around a bit. Perfect. Alright, shut her down.
Oh. Go. Glove. Alright, so our salmon's been in there for half an hour, and we're gonna check her out, see if it's ready to eat.
Yep, just if it flakes off, it's more or less there. We're pretty much using this as an oven today, so.
It looks nice.
Getting there. Oh, almost, Mike.
That looks nice, doesn't
Yep, let it go a little longer.
it? Alright.
Nice.
There we go.
Here, put it on your plate.
Thank you, sir.
Try not to get needles in the butter.
Comes right off the skin. Look at that. Go, sir.
Hickory maple glazed salmon with a fresh dinner roll.
Simon was bringing the tent, and this is the stove that we've always had with the Atuk, so it kind of comes in handy. So we were able to cook the food on the smoker over there and have a nice warm tent to enjoy our meal in. And our first meal out of the smoker. Oh, it's good. Oh man. Mmm. That's something else, Simon.
Yep, that is delicious.
Oh my god. Wow. Flaky. Awesome. So once the fire dies down on the other stove, we're gonna move it. We have a different plan for tomorrow on using it, so we'll see how that plays out. We've learned a few things today. One, that the cold really affects us, the temperature that we can reach.
Wind didn't help.
Yeah, but we have some plans for tomorrow. Should be interesting. In the meantime, oh man, really gonna enjoy this.
Nope.
Yeah, it moved on me. It worked for a while.
Came unstuck.
So the winds have picked up.
Yeah, it's quite blustery out. Still a bit of snow coming down, and checked about -6 Celsius. So
right now we've moved back into the main tent. We've got the old stove burning away here. The reason why we have the two stoves is because we knew we were going to use that smoker quite a bit, and some of the cooks can require multiple hours. Plus we're learning how to use it, so that's adding some more time.
Yeah.
But for the salmon, it was incredible.
that was delicious. That worked out really well.
So we have some plans for tomorrow. Hope you guys stick around for that. That should be neat. For now, we're just gonna kind of sit here. We have some really nice temperatures in here, and probably hit sleeping bags fairly soon. But we'll see you all in the morning. So good night, folks.
See you tomorrow. this stove.
Nice job there.
Okay, so we've just finished breakfast and we're thinking about our next meal, which is going to be a smoked pork roast. I like a bit of fresh garlic in my roast, so I brought some from home. Just putting some little slits in here to get this garlic in, and then I also made a rub. So really simple. Anybody could do this. Got some brown sugar, paprika, some dried onion out of the garden, bit of salt, bit of pepper, and I'll rub that on our roast here, and then we're just going to let it sit for probably about an hour or so before we're ready to go for the smoker. But that's alright, it's going to stay cool. Really just need to pat this in and get it to stick a bit. It's always hard to do that around the edges, but anyways.
You guys can probably hear from the creaking, it's fairly windy. That's why we rarely come camping when it's windy, but it's supposed to die down a little bit throughout the day, so see how the shelter holds up.
Throw in some hickory chips. Oh, some in, some out. So our roast is sat for about an hour or so, hour and a half, and we're going to put it in the smoker here for about 3.5 hours, we think, at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Just pressed it in here like this, and away we go.
Did you already put water in the
No, we got to put a bit of water in the tray there.
Okay, so we put a pan underneath the roast there. And so we want to add a little bit of water just to keep it nice and moist.
To make it hydrated.
How much do you want?
No, not much, Mike. Like half a cup at most.
A little bit more.
It's not essential. Okay. Shut her down.
Okay, so all we have to do basically is keep feeding the fire so we maintain the temperature of around 200 for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Then we'll check it, and after that it's another hour and a half, 2 hours, and then hopefully we'll be eating some really nice smoked pork. Looking forward to this. Might even throw in some baked potatoes in there at some point. And a special treat that goes really good with pork. But that might be cooked outside of the smoker. As you can see with our gauge there, we're right above the 200 degree mark. That's our target, so we're going to try to maintain it there. And I'm going to show you how we regulate the temperature. What we've learned during this process, to get our fire started, we keep this wide open, and that gives us obviously the good burn. But once we close this, in order to bring the heat up through here, this acts as a second chimney. There's a little regulator here that you can use, and we open it up, and that brings the heat in. So now that we've reached the target heat, we're just going to slightly adjust it, and we're going to keep managing it. It turns fairly easily, so we're going to try there for a while. If our temperatures dip, then we'll open it up again. That'll bring our heat up again. Well, here's through.
Wouldn't do that if it wasn't frozen.
No.
Barely had to touch that one.
Nice. It's like styrofoam. Alright, so we're at the 2-hour mark. I was about to test her out. Oh,
Yep, that is getting done.
oh wow.
Nice bit of burp on that, you can smell it.
That looks amazing.
Okay, so we can't have pork without having a bit of apple with it. So I'm just going to steam that on the side here. Got my own homemade trivet, put in the bottom of my pot, a bit of boiling water. Not too much, so just want it to stay simmering essentially. And nice Honeycrisp apple stuffed with some raisins. And of course, you can't have it without a little maple syrup on top. There we go. We'll let that simmer away for about an hour and should be ready with our pork. Set it right there. Perfect. Just took that out of the smoker. And we'll let it rest with a piece of tin foil for 5, well, maybe 10 minutes actually. Try to close that in. Perfect. Go and get the baked potatoes in a few moments.
After around 4 or 5 hours of cooking, we're pretty much ready to go. Simon had thrown in a couple of baked potatoes in there. We got the apple there. I don't know if we showcased that yet, Simon.
It's slumped over a bit.
Slumped over a bit, but that's going to be good with the marquee piece. Oh man, that looks good.
Still steaming a bit.
So, we're going to try this out. What piece do you want, Simon?
No, take me a chunk off of this end there.
Right.
Yeah, hold it down with a bit of fork. Yeah.
Yep, right there. You go there?
I'd say that was done. Yeah, bit of bark on it. Not bad. Nice, thanks, Mike.
No worries. You gotta try a piece.
Gotta try a piece of my apple. Oh, it has fallen over.
Man, look at that. Mmm. Oh man. I think you're gonna like it, Simon. Oh wow.
I hope so. That's pretty good.
Mmm. Great. Oh wow. Look at that, it's just breaking apart. Now there's the garlic cloves that Simon prepared. You have your dish there, Simon?
Oh yeah, sure. Great. Thank you.
And here's the apple and raisin that Simon had prepared. Okay, so here's my supper. Baked potato, baked apple, and nice smoked pork. Oh man, everyone, what a meal.
Took a while to cook, but that was well worth the effort.
Oh man, I wish you guys could taste that. I'm impressed with that smoker.
Yeah.
Given the conditions we're in and what we're putting it through.
Yeah. And now that we can smoke a roast for 4 or so hours, we should be able to do most anything.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So things are working out great. Sandra should be here soon. Luckily, with Simon's cast iron pot there, we're able to keep the roast in there, and it'll be nice and warm for when Sandra gets here. We couldn't time it for her arrival time because the days are short.
Yeah.
So, but
and you work on smoker time.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to seeing what she thinks of our end product there. So really, really good. A lot more to come on this video, folks. So thanks for being here this long, and we'll see you when Sandra shows up.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Man, that was good roast. Look, everybody. Sandra made it.
I made it, and I'm hungry.
Just in time. Actually, we ate a little while ago, but we knew Sandra was on her way. She had to work a little bit later. So, we kept the roast in this Dutch oven, or what do you call it again?
Cast iron
Cast iron pot, of course. So, that has been heating up. Hopefully still nice and moist, and Sandra's going to try out how we did with the smoker, the Winnerwell Fastfold Smoker.
I've heard good things.
Well, let's hope we didn't oversell it, Simon. And got a little bit of apple left over here.
Okay. Put it on top.
On top, okay.
Yeah. Oh, and raisins.
And raisins, yeah. Ooh. A few more raisins.
Take some of these chunks you put aside there so I don't have to cut it. Okay, I'm ready. Oh yeah, that's good. That turned out good.
You're doing that again.
Yeah.
A couple of times over.
I wasn't sure about the outside there, but it's really good. I thought it was going to taste like, you know, a piece of wood or something, but it doesn't. It's really good.
Simon had a nice homemade rub that he brought from home as well.
Yeah, I think that probably does the. If you have a nice rub,
You know, it gives you a bit of bark,
taste,
right?
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, it's delicious and moist. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, totally.
Nice. An apple. And baked potato. And everything.
Well, good morning, everyone. December 30th, or 31st, in Canada, and it's raining. This is unbelievable. So, having a bit of an issue with water drawing down. I know what a lot are going to say. It's our fault for setting up in a low spot, and you're right. But we didn't anticipate this. So, right now I'm trying to keep water from getting too much in the tent. A little bit has gone in, but nothing major. We stayed dry overnight. Just trying to scoop away some water as much as we can and get on with our day.
Frozen to the ground.
Are they really?
Yeah. At least if everything's in quarters, you
Yeah.
got something to work with.
Almost.
Is it gonna come?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Well, it's been a great trip so far, and want to send a really huge thank you to the folks at Winnerwell for providing these items to us. The Nomad View 1G, the large size, is just a gorgeous little stove, and it worked out great for us, both inside the hot tent and with this really awesome Winnerwell Fastfold Smoker. We used it in not ideal conditions. Usually you want to do this when it's probably at least, you know, a few degrees above freezing, but we were able to maintain a pretty nice temperature, and it was perfect for cooking both the roast and the salmon. So really impressed with it. Can't wait to try it again. I will be doing a much more detailed video in the future on this when conditions warranted. But thank you so much. It's so appreciated, and we're going to be using these items for quite a while going forward, I'm sure. Well, folks, it's New Year's Eve and a really weird, gloomy December day. Maybe around 5 degrees, and everything is soaking wet. We really haven't been able to do anything. If we go for a walk in the woods, we just get soaked. We cleared out the rest of the wood there that Simon prepared for us, so that's great. So now our storage supplies are pretty fully loaded. It's going to require probably at least a year for it to dry, but it's going to be really handy for us. So Jean, Simon's partner, was supposed to join us later on, but unfortunately her dog is not feeling well, so she decided that she was going to stay over. So instead it's going to be myself, Sandra, and Simon for the New Year's Eve celebration. And it's surprisingly dark. It feels like it's already like 5 o'clock, but I think it's only like 3. But we should have a good time. We're going to eat really well. I'm going to get the stove fully packed and have a great time.
Woohoo! Thanks to you. By the bushcraft.
He's going in the tent.
Oh! I thought he was when he did that turn there.
Alright, so temps are starting to dip, and so we're probably going to head into the tent and start making one small meal after another until it's midnight, I guess. We got bacon wrapped scallops, we got shrimp, we got fish cakes.
Baguette with candied salmon and cream cheese.
It's an all fish night, which is odd.
Yeah.
Squash.
And squash.
Oh yeah. And squash. I'm kidding, I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it.
It's growing on you.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. A little bit of sun. I almost fell on my face. Thank God I had a gimbal. It might have not have shown. I slipped on a log.
Yeah, they're pretty slimy in here.
Plus I only have one hand.
Digging.
Red maple.
That's a red maple.
Who told you that? The voices in your head?
Oh, I just knew it.
Hold it out of thin air.
Is that a beaver dam?
It's over here.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, it's full of barrels.
Looks like a natural Christmas tree.
With balls.
I mean, really full of burls.
Tons of burls.
That's a rabbit trail, look.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
That's cool.
Yeah.
All different sizes.
Natural Christmas tree with balls.
He's got balls, Simon.
Yeah.
Sorry for the people offended.
Big wooden ball.
And I found a couple of nice spots to set up a tent too. Yeah, yeah. Huh? Got the tent right here, Tanner. Alright, you're sheltered from the wind from all
Yeah.
sides. And it's nice and spongy.
Is it flat though?
Ah, it's flat enough for a tent. You've camped on rougher stuff than this. Not bad though, eh?
Yeah.
There's another spot over there, I think.
On top of the rock pile?
Yeah. Hey, and it's got some big rock too. So we could make ourselves a really huge fire pit. Huh? That's what? Well, we could probably build ourselves a house. A couple of times over.
Put our squash in here. It's like a pumpkin trying to put the right half of the pumpkin. Oh, that is done. Hot.
All right, everyone, we've been eating great. Usually, I'd wait until we do the midnight countdown, but it's probably not really recommended at this point. So I want to say a big thank you for the great year we had. Sure, I'm speaking for everybody that we're glad to see 2020 go.
Yeah.
And I really, really wish you guys all a great new year. Happy New Year, everyone!
Cheers. Happy New Year!
Well, folks, our trip is wrapping up. Had a great old time. Stayed a total of 5 days, 4 nights. Yeah, the weather wasn't exactly what we expected. We came in, there was snow, and it quickly melted. Had a downpour of rain, but in the end, we really had a great old time. I want to take this chance to thank you guys for your support over the last couple of years. It's been amazing. We started this channel out for fun, and it's still for fun, and it's really great to have you guys along to join us. So thank you so much. Really hope that you guys have a really, really nice new year. 2011, or 2021 I should say, hopefully should be much better than the previous. But in terms of the channel, I couldn't ask for better. Thank you so much. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you again so much for being with us. Thanks, Simon, for hanging out
That was a
with
good
us
time.
for
Nice
5
break.
days. We ate incredibly well. Big thank you to the folks at Winnerwell for the Nomad stove and the smoker. That was an excellent addition to this trip.
Looking forward to having some more fun with that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, and again, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!